everyone, it's Katie from Paradise Falls family. Welcome back to our Panama Canal cruise vlog series, one of our best trips yet. In today's video, we'll be talking more about our port day in Ensenada, Mexico, providing an overview of what we got up to, as well as some of the other things you can enjoy in this city and area of Mexico. We'll include plenty of tips and hopefully give you just about everything you could need for your own stop in Ensenada. Good morning! So we have docked in Ensenada, Mexico. So this is our fourth and final stop of this cruise. We've booked an excursion with Disney. We're going to, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but Bufadora, which is about 50 minutes away on a coach. So we're going to see, I think it's the world's largest natural blowhole, and just explore that town a little bit. I think then we go to a hotel and get a margarita, which sounds really nice. So come with us as we explore Ensenada. So this wasn't originally one of our stops. We were meant to be going to Puerto Vallarta, but they changed that as we got on board, we found out, possibly the day before actually. So yeah, there's been a few issues in certain regions in Mexico. I assume that's the reason that they changed. So we did Cabo a day earlier, we had a sea day yesterday, and then we're doing Ensenada today before we dock in San Diego tomorrow. So I will vlog what we're doing today, where we go, and give our review of the port and the port excursion that we do. So this is Ensenada, Mexico. So we've just docked. Looks like probably the best views are off to the left, so I will go there in a minute. But this is our fourth and final stop. So this is the view from the other side. You can see a little bit more of the harbour. So this isn't a tender port. We can just walk straight off where we docked. Oh, there's a seagull. And there's a few people already have spotted some sea lions. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled for all of the wildlife today. But yeah, the weather's lovely. So it's really sunny, not too hot, perfect weather to explore Mexico. So to start off with some background, Ensenada is a city on Mexico's western Pacific coast in the state of Baja California, located a little north of the resort city of Cabo San Lucas. It's one of the largest cities in the region and is known partly for its tourist industry. It was particularly popular back in the early mid-20th century, with a lot of celebrities living or visiting here. These days it's not quite as illustrious, but still attracts a regular stream of cruise ships. The area is also known for its natural landmarks, in particular La Bufadora, a marine blowhole that shoots seawater high into the air and attracts a lot of visitors, including us in this case, and we'll talk you through our visit in a moment. Of course, we only visited here just for the day as part of our 2-week Panama Canal cruise with Disney, so only had a few hours to enjoy here. Ensenada does have its own port, meaning it's very handy to hop off the ship and wander into town. This was just a short 10-minute walk and it's very easy to do. Because of our excursion, we didn't make it into the very centre, but we could see it from the ship and it looked to be really vibrant with shops and restaurants available to enjoy. It looks like there's a really cool little kind of market square area there. Looks like it's got a stage and I can hear the music from over here. So hopefully it'll be a really fun port to visit. So for this port excursion we had to come to Fathoms. So here we are. It's all really well organised with lots of different places open for the different groups. You then get a sticker with which group you're in and then instructions on kind of who to follow and where to go. Something that Disney does really, really well is these port adventures. In our case, Ensenada wasn't originally on our cruise itinerary. We were supposed to stop at Puerto Vallarta, but Disney rearranged the itinerary the day before the cruise and replaced the stop with Ensenada. We therefore hadn't done any research, so had to make a quick call on what to do and which excursion to go for. We opted for the sightseeing tour to see La Bufadora. There weren't that many that jumped out at us, and this felt the best bet for us as a family scanning down the list of options. This included a trip out to La Bufadora with free time to explore, as well as a stop at the Hotel Riviera del Pacifico. This was once the epitome of glamour and luxury in Ensenada, attracting the rich and famous. It's now a historical museum, and our trip included a stop here with a free drink, which was a margarita or a soft drink for the little ones. The show times for the day were 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Our trip required us to meet at 10:15 a.m. in Fathoms, one of the lounges on board the Disney Magic, and we were led down to the coach for the day, leaving the port around 10:40 a.m. The coach was really nice and comfortable, with a restroom on board too. And we are off. So we're just walking along to get on our bus, I assume. But that's the Disney Magic. It was then just a short 10-minute journey to the first stop at the Hotel Riviera, located in the middle of Ensenada. We had around 20 minutes here for a short tour of the building, which was really interesting, and it was quite cool to see where some of the famous names used to come and stay and party. We then had another 20 minutes to relax in the bar, famous as being the one where margaritas were first invented. Normally, we're not massive fans of margaritas, but these ones were absolutely delicious, so we're rethinking our choices in future. The hotel had some vendors in the courtyard selling some snacks like authentic churros and souvenirs, so bring some cash for this if you want to pick anything up. And then we were back on the road around 11:30 a.m. So this is the place that invented the margarita.
Right here we have a picture of Mrs. Margaret, born 1911, passed away 1998. She's the lady that the drink was invented for. So here my friends are going to start pouring your drinks. Once you see them here, you can grab them. Remember, Margarita or Coca-Cola.
So this is the bar that invented margaritas. Absolutely amazing. We've just had one. We all got given one as part of the excursion. And I don't even like margaritas, and it was delicious. Absolutely delicious. So this lady here is called Margaret, and she is the lady who they invented the drink for. They said that ladies in the 1920s, I think they said, didn't just drink straight tequila, so they made her a girlier drink, and the margarita was born. It was then back on the coach up to our main destination, La Bufadora. We got to see a little more of Ensenada on the way out of the city, and our tour guide was fantastic at telling us all about the city and region. She also gave us lots of tips for our time in La Bufadora, including not to swim at the beaches in the city due to a lot of pollution, but to instead go either north or south of the city for the best beaches, where locals would actually swim. She also gave us lots of tips about where and where not to eat and shop in the town, to be careful using credit cards due to scams, and to watch out for things like stray dogs, etc. It took just over an hour to get up to La Bufadora, a bit more than the 50 minutes advertised, and some stretches were on fairly windy roads. In fact, a couple of other kids on the bus were travel sick on the way back, so keep this in mind if it's something you suffer with. We parked up on the edge of town and were led through the town towards the blowhole. To be honest, it wasn't quite the quaint village we were expecting. It was pretty much just one main strip filled with markets and vendors and a couple of restaurants. Definitely not quaint, as you can see from the video, and we were pretty constantly hassled every step of the way by the vendors. Our guide was great, and she told us where was the best, things that she knew and people she trusted, but it was pretty exhausting and not particularly pleasant to wander and shop, as if you showed any interest whatsoever, you were hassled. So it's very busy, lots of people offering lots of free samples, lots of different things to buy. So I've just got a fresh corn with the butter cheese, everything in. Finley's got mango, Greg and Eva have got corn as well. Looks absolutely delicious. having been led down towards the blowhole, we had around 90 minutes of free time in all. We made our way over to the crowds around the blowhole and waited patiently for our turn to get a glimpse. It is an impressive sight when the water shoots up, but we've seen similar blowholes in other places like Hawaii and Iceland, so it didn't blow us away, excuse the pun. We felt it was probably the least impressive one that we'd seen out of that mix. It was very busy here, so we didn't linger long and decided to wander back up the main street. We did pick up one or two bits and a few snacks to eat, but like I said, it wasn't that relaxing a place to shop and browse. In the end, we bought some drinks at Lydia's, by far the best and nicest place in town, and sat to relax in our own space away from the hustle and bustle a bit. The food here was recommended by our guide, but we'd already been snacking, so stuck with just drinks before boarding the coach. So we're just sat in a taco place close to near where we need to get the bus. I think we get on the bus in like half an hour or something. So we have been to see the blowhole. It wasn't that long a walk from where the bus was. They said 20 minutes, it probably took less. It is just very busy. There's lots of people kind of trying to grab onto you, offering you free samples, trying to get you to come to their shop. So probably not my favourite excursion that we've ever done. We've got some Mexican Coca-Cola, which everyone says tastes a lot better. Something to do with the sugar that they use. And they're right, it does taste really good. The journey back to Ensenada took around an hour. Again, we were probably a bit oversold on this excursion, as it wasn't quite as scenic as it sounded. There were very few wildflowers that were mentioned as something we would see in the synopsis. But travel sickness aside, it was okay, arriving back to the ship around 3:30 p.m. We did have some time to venture into the city, but we were all pretty tired, so decided just to head back on the ship and get some food aboard. Overall, in summary, we were perhaps a bit disappointed with this day. I think the excursion synopsis probably oversold this a bit, with the town seemingly to be no more than a market strip, so not quite what we'd envisioned. Knowing what we know now, unless you really want to see the blowhole, we'd perhaps recommend trying something else. In fact, I think if we visited again, we'd stick to Ensenada and explore that city a bit more, as it was a long journey out to La Bufadora for not much gain in our opinion. And we're getting back on the ship again. So it looks like they've got the usual water, towel return. They have got cold towels there as well. Not convinced we need them today. It's been warm, but not as hot as it has been on other trips. But it's very nice welcome back to the ship every time. Albeit we didn't see the very centre of Ensenada, but our overall feeling is that this isn't particularly a resort town and relies more on day trippers than anything else. In fact, our guide said there just isn't enough hotel capacity to warrant an international airport in the area or attract more visitors or tourist attractions. Despite this, there are some fun shore excursions that you can try. The beach options are more restricted. As I've mentioned, this doesn't sound like a great beach city. But that being said, there was a beach break excursion to Rosarito around an hour away if you really want some beach time. If you want to be out on the water in general, then there are a couple of surfing excursions, with areas of this course being famous for its waves, as well as some snorkeling and kayaking trips, and even a deep sea fishing excursion. In terms of sightseeing in and around Ensenada, there is a city and sightseeing tour, as well as a trip to the Caracol Science Museum, a Segway tour, and a kayaking tour of La Bufadora if you'd like to see it from the water instead. This area of Mexico is a big wine area, and it's the gateway to the Val de Guadalupe, Mexico's premier wine region, where you can explore vineyards, taste locally produced wines, and enjoy gourmet food. There are a couple of excursions you can book if you fancy enjoying some of this. If wine isn't your thing, then there are other drink-related excursions that you can enjoy, including a tequila or margarita tasting and craft beer and brewery tours. If you're more interested in your food, then there are several culinary based excursions on offer too. If you want to be a bit more active, then there are quite a few different options, including ATVs in the desert, ziplining, horseback riding, jeep safaris and hiking. A lot of these look pretty fun, but perhaps not the best for little ones. And finally, the other excursion which really took our interest was the Mexican family celebration. This takes you to the cultural centre of Ensenada, where you learn about the Day of the Dead. This is a hands-on workshop where you paint clay skulls and decorate cookies, enjoy face painting and play other children's games. It was probably aimed at slightly younger kids, so we didn't opt for this one this time, but it looks a really fun option for families. All of the excursions are listed on the Disney Cruise Line website, or alternatively, if you want to book an excursion yourself, our favourite operators are viator.com and getyourguide.com, both of which we use regularly when we're travelling. We've included a link to both in the comments below. Just remember that cruise ships won't wait for you though if you're late back to the port and you've arranged your own excursion. Therefore, if you're planning to venture out on your own, just make sure you're back in plenty of time to make that all-important all aboard time. So hopefully that's given you a really good overview of Ensenada and the tour that we chose, and how to make the most of your day here. Thanks for sticking with the video for this long. If you're new to our channel, then please give this video a like and subscribe. We're a family of 4 who love to travel the world together, and we create informative family travel vlogs. We cover the places we've visited and tell you about our own experiences with the aim of helping you make the most of your trip. We've covered loads of places already on our channel, from Europe to North America to Asia. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and we also have a website, www.adventuresexparadise.com, with lots of handy family travel guides and even more top tips. Great for planning your own trip or even just browsing for inspiration. In the meantime, if you've got any questions or any other tips, then please let us know in the comments below this video. Thank you all so much for watching.